Hello, fellow traders. Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Tuesday, July the 25th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Trading with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes. Your results may differ from mine. Walmal, you just got out of a trade and
I did get out of the trade on the first minute of this new half hour. Unfortunately, I thought that when it broke to 25, that it was going to go to the 35 was my guess because of that move down that we had. And I had my 2 or 3 pips. Actually, I think I had 2.5 pips. Of course, I was so convinced. I convinced myself into a loss or a losing situation. And I had a flip-flop box at the top there, which was really nice. So that I was able to go in. I stuck in my my long rather, and took 2 shorts to compensate for the, for that, going in the wrong direction. And another flip-flop box about 2/3 of the way down, and took another short there. Got out, when it broke. I think it broke somewhere around 12. Around 12, it looks like I got out at. And then I had another flip-flop box to go to the north, and so I took that one. And by doing that, my first trade obviously turned into a loser, but it wasn't by very much. And the second trade more than compensated for it. So it was fancy trading there for a little while, but that's sometimes what you have to do. And if you're gonna make money, you gotta make money, right?
right.
So, but right now we have one of the traders out there. We talked about this the other day. What do you look for when the new M30 shows up? Well, right now what's interesting is that I got a flip-flop box here, brand new M30. M30s like to cover. We're about the midpoint of the M30, of the previous M30. Let's go long and see what happens. And so I went long at 26.8. And we'll see what it does. That's what I mean by, I like getting the reset of that because it just, for me anyway, it just resets the statistics. We can go look at the statistics fresh again. So, and of course, I was up a pip, a little bit more than a pip, and then now I'm basically right at break even. So I'm hoping for 30.
Yeah, well, you've got indicator 2, looks like is headed your way.
Yep, I got indicator 2. We're above the midpoint of the previous M30. H1 is actually going against me a little bit. Bam, I'm out. Okay. My EA took me out. So I picked up a little bit more than 2 pips because as soon as it hit my as soon as my bid went and hit the 30, it took me out. So what did I get on that? Looks like I got 2.2 bips. So that's, fellow traders, that's what I look for. That's what I like about the M30, resetting. That's why I like to go trade it because, it's an easy way to pick up a couple of pips. On a normal day, and I'm going to explain why in a second, why I don't consider this to be a normal day. But on a normal day, I probably wouldn't be just looking for the 30. I'd be looking for it to go and hit the 35. And the reason why is because on a normal day, it would range back up to, it likes to go and cover the entire M30. If it's starting to cover, it likes to cover the whole thing. And so that would be a thing I would do on a normal day. Now I said it's not a normal day, and here's why it's not a normal day. We're one day away from the FOMC meeting tomorrow, where the rate change is going to come out, if there is one, and so everybody's sort of very, very pensive, and you see that in the market. It's picked up and it's a little bit better right now, but for the longest time, today where, the charts look normal, but sometimes you'd be 5-6 seconds before a single tick would show up on the chart, and then Tierra, you were commenting last hour where we went for almost the entire hour where range of 8-9 pips, just stuck you know, and so that is not usual for this time of day, and that's why I'm saying today is not a normal day. So, you know, it's the type of thing where you know, keep your shorts close to you, you know, or not your shorts, but your losses, keep them close to you, and at the same time, you know, just constantly be looking for other opportunity, you know, say short, which is what I did, you know, in the previous trade I was in. You know, I knew there was a good chance that, okay, we broke that range. It could have broken that range by 20 or 30 pips. It didn't, but it could have easily done that. And it was sort of like, okay, we've broken that range. I don't know what it's going to do now. This is not, market's not acting like it normally does. So what are we going to do? We'll go and just, if I get a trade opportunity, you know, in the other direction, take the trade opportunity in the other direction. And if I get, you know, add-ons that make sense, take the add-on. But as soon as I got a signal that showed me that, hey, it's looking to go the other direction, punch out, and then try to make up your loss on the first trade. What say you, sir?
Oh, I'm just looking here. It seems to me that we've got a return bar that needs to get covered right around. Let's see if I can get the computer. We had it open at 32.9 on the 1 minute chart. So let's see if we can get up there. The price is going to do that. And that would also be about a 78% fib retrace off of that bottom that got put in.
Right. Now, we do have news coming up in about 20 minutes. Is consumer confidence. Consumer confidence will move the market. The only thing is that because of the rate change that may or may not happen tomorrow, that even may, one of two things usually happens. Either you get a nothing burger where everybody's still so focused in on the rate change coming up, or what happens is any little thing that happens causes people to get really jittery. And usually the jittery is not because they're trying to get into a trade because of fear of missing out. It's usually people start to panic and they dump trades. And because they dump their trade, that'll cause the market to move, substantially, especially if you get a bunch of people dumping at the same time.
Right.
And now, of course, I'm wishing I would have stayed in that trade, but so instead of going and picking up, my 2 pips, I could have been up like 5 pips or so. But that's just part of trading.
Yeah, I'm still looking at that pivot down at 127.19, the H4 pivot that hasn't been taken out. I know that's
How old is it?
How old is that?
How old is that pivot? How old is that pivot?
Let's see. It looks like that was back on July the 6th.
So a couple of weeks ago. Okay, looks like we're setting up for an opportunity to go short here.
We still haven't taken out the monthly pivot or the weekly. We've taken out the daily, so. Well, looks like we didn't quite complete that return bar.
On the 5-minute chart, the third candle on the 5-minute chart from this hour, we got that return bar there that about 2/3 of the way. Is that the return bar you're speaking about?
No, I was looking at the 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to complete the 5-minute return bar, we need to get up to 34.3. Okay, we got to set up to go short. I'm not willing to go short here. Reason being is that I think, there's a good chance it's going to want to go and complete that return bar, number one. Number two, it likes to cover those M30s. So for me, that's not an opportunity to go short. In fact, if anything, go long here. I did not do it, but your entry would have been at 32.1. You would have been up like a couple points.
Are you talking about
the
flip-flop?
A flip-flop.
Yeah.
You also had the indicated 2 in your direction, and you had a state change. Just bounced off the indicated 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what trading is. You sit there and you just wait. Sorry for the dead air, but it's just the reality of what it is. Sometimes you just have to sit here and wait and see how things pan out.
Yep. And it looks like we completed the return bar on M1 there.
Okay. The M5 is not completed yet. It's missed it by a pip and a half, roughly.
Now we're quarter till, so we got a new M15.
It would be an opportunity to go and average in if you had taken that trade from earlier. And the reason why is because you're crossing over indicator 2. At least that's how I usually play it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
You mean if you were going short?
If you were going long, if you've been long from that trade I called out earlier in the video. That'd be my last trade in the north until I got a good solid setup.
But it's right back
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's right back in that area between, was it 24 and 32 that we were stuck in for a while. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, it looks like this trade is not panning out, so I'd be looking for a short at this point in time. And I probably would have taken a short right here.
Yeah, I'm just wondering though, how many of our viewers can do that if they've got accounts from offshore brokers that allow you to be long and short at the same time.
At the same time, yeah. And I'm not doing this to hedge. It's just another opportunity is there. I'm looking at it from not the perspective of it being a hedge as much as I'm trying to take the trades as they appear on the chart.
Right. And you know what, Walmal, believe it or not, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over. So, fellow traders, hopefully that gave you a little more insight to what we do. Make sure to ask us questions if you have questions. We like to answer them. And when you're sitting down to trade, always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.